as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he rifles one incomplete. This defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to go deep for Conley. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Chris Conley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year.
On first down, Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Lawrence will throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Oh, here we go. Hey, Alpha. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. 50 wants the mic, boys. Yes. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
7 yards to pick up there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Watson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really had zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Side with Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys?
Nah.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Watson on first down. He's got his target, Chris Conley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. A handoff, Lindsey running left. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson. It's caught left side by John Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Jags take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
That's a 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
51, Mike 51. It's game situation. Let's go. Mike 51.
Now Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
That's returnable now for Smith. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
I can't believe they even let you play. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Go out.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Uses the stiff arm. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check. Check 99. Check 99. Set.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
1st down and much more here for Jones. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson.
Right back to Brown. This time he's got it.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got the hook up with Conley.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Houston.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Watson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Johnson. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watson a give. This is Johnson.
And he's got room. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Go!
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Open man is Jacob Hollister. 24-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Squeeze. Check 15. Slam. Under 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And this is caught at the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dan Arnold hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Watson now to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. Caught here by Conley. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, it's Watson.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd and 6.
Again, it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Look at me, Zipper! Give me some. Give me some. Hey, go!
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Man open, here's Jones. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run. Robinson. And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey. West. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hey, lock it. Pilot, 64, weak. Go. Hey, stand up.
Robinson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
James Robinson.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Nevin Lawson with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Yeah, they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Check 26, check 26. Slap. He's checking. Crouch.
Now a give, right side. Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now up to 14. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. Dumping it off for Johnson. Touchdown, Texans! David Johnson, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
Leo!
They'll run here with Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
That's all you got!
Touchdown, Jaguars! James Robinson, 47 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lambo on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down. Watson. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. No gain, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Watson's throw taken in there by Cooks. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and, they had 5 last week, I remember.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. Different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made by Eric Murray. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They go play action with Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's Smith to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
Brandon Cooks. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Jaguars 45, Texans 35.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Fighting through pressure.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Hey, Sam up! Yes! Check 52!
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence going right back to Jones. This time the connection made.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jacob Hollister, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Watson on first down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. This is going to be caught. It's John Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Watson looks to throw again. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Houston, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me.